Excuse me, it's all about brum, 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 brum. Rev up your vibes and come. It's how we do the job and how it gets done. Brum, 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 brum.
Yo, 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 back once again with So You Got Bars. I nearly forgot what I was going to say then. My mind went fucking blank. Like, share, subscribe. Teespring's link down below. Before I forget what else I'm going to say, right, this artist is called Bizzle. That is all that I know. It's called Devil's Work. It's a response to Joyner Lucas. You all know I did the reaction to that. I had a lot of kind-hearted responses saying, yeah, this is some real shit. Let's see what this is. The person who suggested it said it is almost as if it's God replying to Joyner. So it's going to be deep in it. Let's get into it. There was a few topics raised, so let's see if they're addressed. Bizzle, where's he from? Is he UK? America? What? Never heard the guy.
Joyner, I hear you going through some things and American. It's getting tough, but I see you got my word with you. It's a shame how the pain only thing make you pick it up, and you complain when it rains.
He says, Joyner, I hear you shook. I see you've got my word with you. It's not your word if you're acting as God. It's the interpretation of your word through man's own hand. That's what the Bible is. It weren't written by God. It's not his word. Sorry if I've offended anybody by saying that, but it's the fact. It's been altered that many times throughout history by man's own hand. And every time a new Bible is released, it has to be done different to be published under that company as well, or it'd be copywritten. So it's changed every time a new Bible comes out. That's fact. So it's not God's word, is it? It's the interpretation of God's word through man's own hand.
You got my word with you. It's a shame how the pain only thing make you pick it up, and you complain when it rains just once, but I never hear thanks for that 100 days with the sun.
And I don't think in that track that he said at all that just because of pain is the only reason he picked up that book. He didn't say that, I don't think. So just what I'm listening, I'll break it down just as good as I did Joyner's track. So
my word with you, it's a shame how the pain only thing make you pick it up, and you complain when it rains just once, but I never hear thanks for that 100 days with the sun. Could've ran to meat first, ran to the drink first, and now I gotta have this conversation with you when you drunk. See, before I even start addressing it, I don't owe you any answers, so don't get used to it. But I feel like you being genuine, but the truth is you can't handle the truth, Lucas. But you can't.
He says, I don't owe you anything. And which I said in that, if you're blind and not seeing the bigger picture out there, then why would God give the answers to someone that's running around blind and not ready for the real answers? It just wouldn't. You know what I mean? You've got to grow mentally and physically to be able to handle it. But he's saying he ran to the bottle and everything. Not once did he say, I picked up this bottle, I picked up this pen, picked up this Bible through pain. So that's just, you know what I mean? So far, he's got some lyricism though, I'll give him that. I'm just addressing what I saw in Joyner's video.
Before I even start addressing it, I don't owe you any answers, so don't get used to it. but I feel like you being genuine. But the truth is you can't handle the truth, Lucas. But you kept it a buck and I love that. If I kept it a buck back, could you take what you stepping in? I know it's other folk that feel like you, so first thing I'ma do is let you know who you questioning. I am the God who created the earth. I knew you start feeling yourself, so I made you from dirt. Ain't no battery in your body, so who making it work? I made the earth perfect, it's y'all making it worse.
He says, I'm God, could you handle it if I told you the truth? You're a man, I'm God, I made you from dirt. I made the world perfect, it's you lot that are ruining it. Yes, it is, every day. We've got to a point where I said, I think it was in Jonah's video as well, that I can't see peace ever being obtained. Work on your own craft, get yourself in a good mindset, and hopefully people will choose to follow that. And then in that way, the peace and whatever may grow. But yeah, we are, as a human race, destroying the earth, spreading like a cancer, like wildfire.
So I made you from dirt. Ain't no battery in your body, so who making it work? I made the earth perfect, it's y'all making it worse. Who put the seed in the fruit, put the fruit in the tree, and that tree in another little seed but me? Then turn around and made you the same way after that. For you was in your daddy's sack and his daddy's sack. I am the one that in the tree, and that tree in another little seed but me. Then turn around and made you the same way after that. For you was in your daddy's sack and his daddy's sack. I am the one that put breath in.
Who put the seed in the fruit and then the fruit on the tree and then made you in the same way? You was in your daddy's sack and he was in his daddy's sack. So that is the seed inside the fruit on the tree. Yeah, I get it, but I made you the same as me. Yeah, man in the image of God. Go on then.
In your daddy's sack and his daddy's sack. I am the one that put breath in your lungs and created the same mind that you question me from. You were lost, I'm the way, I'm the potter, you the clay, and now the clay got something to say. Okay, you can never check me, so check.
Ha, I like that. I'm the product, you the clay. He made him from dirt, moulded him in clay, so to speak. And I remember hearing something where God asked Lucifer, who used to be an angel, the most beautiful angel there ever was. Lucifer actually was the devil we're talking about. And God asked him to kneel before Adam. And Lucifer wouldn't. He said, why would I kneel before a man that's made out of a clay? And poked him in the belly button. That's the story of why we have a belly button, and all the shit comes out of there when we're first born. Apparently so.
And now the clay got something to say. Okay, you can never check me, so check this. Your standard for right and wrong is me. I am the checklist, I am right. Wrong is whatever you're left with. I am life, you without me is what death is. I am the judge, you answer me. If I throw lightning, who throws it back at me? Nobody. And if all this falls, who can stand but me? You go to the cross for you cross-examine me. You say I made mistakes, you mistaken me. You made gods out of men who were clay to me. You put lives over lives that you ain't create. Then feel away, cause all flesh the same to me. What if some of the people
fucking hell.
Me is what death is. I am the judge, you answer me. If I
says life without me is what death is. I don't agree with that phrase, I wouldn't say, because a lot of people have lived their life never once with the belief of God, but they've lived it. it says once you go to Christ and give over your soul and whatnot, then God will forgive you regardless of whether you're a believer or not. So I believe you can live a life without God. But yeah, let's get into the rest of it.
Throw lightning, who throws it back at me? Nobody. And if all this falls, who can stand but me? You go to the cross for you cross-examine me. You say I made mistakes, you mistaken me. You made gods out of men who were clay to me. You put lives over.
You make gods out of men that are clay to me. And if all this falls, who else can stand but me? I used the word, I don't think I did actually, but yeah, I believe Joyner did have a few contradictions, but I've said in the comments down below that that was from a place of anger that he wrote that track from. Probably didn't have his mind on straight. He wrote it. Once it was written, he thought, you know what, that's how I felt at the time, let's put it out anyway, regardless of any wrongs or rights in it. Apologies. I did see on Instagram as well that he's getting death threats and whatnot. That's wrong in itself, like, you know what I mean? The guy just put out a piece of art and it has made people think. Look at the reaction I give, for fuck's sake, you know what I mean? Deep thinking. So it gets you thinking, and that's what I think he set out to achieve. This guy's problem is, I believe, he's humanizing God. You know what I mean? There is an actual word for it, I don't know what it is, where you actually humanize an object. Can't remember, but he's looking as if God was a man by the sounds of it. Who else can stand if all this falls? God can't stand. He's omnipotent, which means he's everywhere. He ain't one thing, he ain't one person, he is everything. You know what I mean? That's just what I'm seeing at the moment. I may be wrong, but
examine me. You say I made mistakes, you mistaken me. You made gods out of men who were clay to me. You put lives over lives that you ain't create, then fill away, cause all flesh the same to me. What if some of the people you naming to me wasn't really everything that you made them to be? Or worse, what if they are and I take them with me? Are you telling me it's any better place they could be? Either way, you don't know, you just gotta push through. Cause while you over here saying what I should do, somebody lost somebody last week and came at me the same way, saying I should've took you. You asked why the good die young.
Facts. While you're over here saying take this person, take that person, there's someone else that lost another person saying the same thing to him about Joyner. Take him instead. You know what I mean? That's why you've always got to think of others before you speak, because there's always going to be someone going through the same, similar, different, worse. You know what I mean?
Came at me the same way, saying I should've took you. You asked why the good die young, but the truth is none of y'all are good, not one. The only one ever been good's my son. So to answer your question, the good died.
Why did the good die young? None of you have been good. Only my son. You know what I mean? It says, as humans, you were born as sinful creatures. That's what it says. So from the minute you come out, you're born into sin. And then it's how you live your life. And if you're willing to give your life and worship to God, what turns it around? Jesus.
Last week and came at me the same way, saying I should've took you. You asked why the good die young, but the truth is none of y'all are good, not one. The only one ever been good's my son. So to answer your question, the good died once. Jesus. What if I told you to choose when your mom died? You think you could choose when your mom died? If you put it off 20 years away, 20 years later when that day came, would you not cry? You couldn't be God, you are not I. My ways are not yours, your thoughts are not mine. You can't even deal with the pressure of your own life when you're not high. Try looking in the God mind. See, I love them more than you ever did, more than you ever could. Death doesn't lessen it. Let my own son meet death as the evidence. And I love them all, rap star to the president. The real question is, what you living like? If I punish every sin, would you live tonight? So how you get mad when I get them other folks same chances I give you to get it right? You got a son that one day he'll be a man. You expect him to trust you and he don't understand or even know what you up to. Cause he knows that you love him, right? So trust that I love you.
I don't even feel Joyner can take that as a diss or in any way belittling his track. The only way you can take that is to clap. It's a valid response. And that last bit at the end encaptivated it perfect, like. Fire track, awesome response. And as I say, I broke down what I felt relevant, but that last verse, just listen to itself, take from it what you feel. Saying you've got a son, and that, just have trust that I love you, that verse, yeah, fire. Peace out, see you in the next one. Thank you for that suggestion. Awesome track.